Hello everyone, welcome to Urbanscape Gardening, and in this episode I will show you on how to handle your cactuses. So this particular cactus is actually very top heavy. If you see, if I just leave it like this, it's going down. So that's because this thing is overgrown a lot, and it's kind of it's overbearing in other sense. So I just want these things to grow, and I will be repotting this into another container. So in this particular episode I'll show you how to handle this, because obviously cactuses are prickly, right? So you don't want to get pricked while handling it. So for that I use such cardboard pieces. You can get it easily from these Amazon deliveries. So you can just tear off one portion of it, and then ensure that it's not too thick, it's somewhat flimsy like this, so that you can cup the cactuses properly. So especially when you're relocating cactuses, etc., this is very important. So this will be relocated into another container. So for which, first I have to cut the mother plant. So unfortunately I will have to cut this off because it's very top heavy, and I will just be growing these two. So I want this erect shape, I don't want this spiral shape. So it's, if you look at this, if you look at the edge, see this, so it's growing like this, right? So I don't want this. Because of this, the entire plant is suffering. So I have to take this off. So for which you have to get a knife. So either use rubbing alcohol or isopropyl alcohol, or you can just show this in front of the fire so that there's no infection that spreads. Okay, so you have to make an incision over here just 2 inches above the topsoil. So use the knife and then make a deep incision, and we're done. So that is out, right? So once that is out, you have to ensure that you don't water this now, because if you water this will get infected. If this gets infected, then the infection will spread throughout these two cactuses as well, and you will lose them. So do not water it as of now. Water it maybe once this dries, because cactuses obviously can tolerate drought and no water situation, so that's not an issue. So leave this till it calluses, and we will relocate this now. Okay, so I'll show you how to handle it. So first things first, use the cardboard. Okay, if you want to reduce the size of the cardboard, you can do it, but let me see. So first cover the cactus. So with this cardboard encircling the cactus, what you can do is give a very tight grip and then start pulling. Okay, loosen the pot and then start pulling it. So with stuff, invert it like this and then start slowly pulling it. So the roots are quite entrenched. So I think, yeah, so hold the base. That's where you get the maximum grip. Hold the base and then start pulling. It's coming out. Yeah, and we are successful in bringing the plant out. Okay, now I will tease the roots a little. Again, be careful. These are cactuses. You can see the root system, right? So beautiful. So hold it again here, loosen the root. So I'm using this terracotta container over here. So the neck is a little smaller. So I have removed as much soil media as possible. So I'll be placing this inside and then so put all the roots inside first. and then slowly insert it inside. Okay, and then take it out and see if everything is fine. Let's use the knife now, and then this is a little slanting over here, so that means we need to back this up a little. So push it inside, and then use some more soil. Right, and I'm using a stick to kind of give it that height. So this is done. We don't really have to water this right now because we have this mother plant stem. So we just keep it like this, and tomorrow we will water it. Okay, or we will water it once the entire soil dries. So we have some mealybug problems over here, and we can just use the knife and then dislodge them. You can use neem oil pesticide as well, but I find this effective since anyway we're doing this over here. So just dislodge them. Dislodge is a very professional term. You can just kill them. So take them off. Disturb them as much as you can. And then they will be out. So for the propagation, you just have to take a small piece of it. You'll get a clean, straight cut. Yeah, this is done. So you can just cut a small portion of it, 1 or 2 inches. So this is one cutting. So well draining potting media is good. So this is already pre-soaked. If you have a dry potting media, that is also fine. So we'll just use this knife and then we will place it here. That's it. So if you want to propagate, you just have to do this. You don't have to insert this into the soil or something of that sort. You just place it here and then you're done. So do not water this because it's already pre-soaked as of now. Once it becomes dry, then you can water it. Or you can let this callus, let this dry, and then you will have new roots forming. So I'll show you the update on this. So let this grow. So I'll be showing you an update on this. So let this grow for now. So I've kept it in the balcony. So it's getting a southwest exposure, and we will see in how many days this will produce roots. So another reason for the cactus spiraling like this is lack of good sunlight. So if it had very good sunlight, full sun exposure, or even a balcony exposure of southwest, then it would have grown really erect. So if you want your cactuses to grow erect, the most important point is sunlight. So different cactuses have different ways of handling, especially this one, right? So you might think this is very innocuous and things like that because you just see some furry, fuzzy stuff. But this is actually the most painful cactus that I've experienced. This sticks onto your skin for a very long time. Even after washing, it doesn't go away and it pricks really badly. Okay, so this has to be taken care of. If you want, you can see the barbs. If you can see the barbs, so spiny, right? So this is how it is. It's really dangerous. You can see those small barbs over there, right? So you can see the ones that are away from the centers. So those are very sharp barbs. So be careful while handling your cactuses. Use a good cover. Plastic cover and paper generally don't really help, especially with these cactuses. So be very careful. So folks, this is the update, and this is how it looks after 2 or 3 weeks. So you can see the old cutting, it's dried or calloused. So now you can water without any hesitation, and this is how it looks. But unfortunately, the cutting that I wanted to propagate is gone. It's dead. So this happens. So the better strategy would have been to have more cuttings and more propagations rather than just one, so that there's more success. And I'm trying to propagate this. This had come off completely. And you can see here that there's some sign of hope. You can see this, that's a new plantlet. Right? So never give up on your cactus propagations. It can be a little tricky. But if you get things right, then great. So folks, thank you for watching Urbanscape Gardening. And until we meet again, a very warm goodbye.